Hey Earth signs, welcome back to my channel. This is Jen with Lighthouse Oracle bringing you the energy forecast for the week. So this is for February 21st to the 28th, so the last week of February. Whenever you come across this reading, there may be a message for you. So we're going to look into the tarot cards to give me an idea of what the incoming energy is going to look like. And then we're going to dive into oracle cards to give additional messages and advice. So this is for all of my earth signs, whether you are a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising signs. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to see. Oh, that was quick. It came out so fast. Okay. All of the decks that I use in my readings can be found in the description box down below. Also, just to note, this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and give and leave what doesn't. So we have Three of Pentacles in reverse. We have Temperance so far. What else? What does the incoming energy look like for my earth signs? We also do have a full moon in Virgo, I believe, on the 27th. So, you know, for it being a full moon in an earth sign, maybe it'll be a good opportunity to kind of tap into that power. The power of the full moon. Full moons typically are this phase of the cycle to release something, whether it's releasing a certain idea, a certain mindset, you know, maybe it's just something that doesn't serve you anymore. Maybe it is a person or a situation, you know, it's like starting over because the cycle's ended. So then full moon completion, it's gone with the past of the old cycle. And then once the full moon cycle ends, it's, you know, complete. There are a lot of resources out there to figure out, you know, how to do a full moon ritual. So I would take a look. There's plenty of resources on Pinterest, but I think this looks good. I don't think there's anything else. Is there anything else? Okay, that is that. We're going to take that. So we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. We have Temperance. We have the Tower card, the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Six of Wands. So the first thing I got, especially when I was shuffling and these two cards came out, was patience is needed for this incoming week. You may be there may be a tower, like a very significant change that happens during this week that'll lead you into pretty good things, which is really interesting because the Three of Pentacles in reverse, I was like, okay, maybe we need to bring some patience into a certain project or something that requires collaboration. You know, Temperance is all about equal give and take, you know, an exchange of energy, balance, harmony. It's also ruled by fire, which is interesting because Temperance, the Tower, they're both ruled by fire signs. So if you have fire in your chart, I was also going to mention in the fire sign forecast, the Six of Wands came up there too. So I was like, oh, if you have, you know, fire in your chart, sun, moon, rising, I would check out the fire sign energy forecast as well. There may be a message for you there. But I do see, it's interesting because it's like, bringing something new is coming into the picture. Maybe this collaborative experience has caused, you know, I feel like these two cards were like past experiences, where the Three of Pentacles in reverse I see is like lack of teamwork, something that maybe required teamwork, but it felt off, or things weren't just aligning. So maybe there's been a lot of miscommunication. Things just weren't panning out the way we want them to. And so it required a lot of patience to kind of go through it, get through it. And especially with the Tower moment, the Tower card being like right next to the Temperance, I feel like this big change required a lot of patience on your part. But with the tower crumbling, a new start is able to form. And a new start with love, because I do see the heart here as well. I feel like an offer of love may be present. It could also be an offer of self-love, right? Allowing yourself to rebuild this what was once this tower in your life or in your circumstance that has been kind of literally strucketh down. I feel like Spirit's allowing you to start fresh from love, start from a place of self-love and filling up that cup. Allow your cup to fill so much to where it overflows and it flows and it feeds. I mean, it's interesting because the Temperance card is all about, harmonious, but if you don't have a full cup, how are you supposed to, give to each other? If your cup is, so say if this is two people, right? This is your own cup, this is someone else's cup. If one cup is empty and one cup is full, you feed into that cup, then you're depleted. So if both cups are full, you can give them your water and they give you their energy. And it's that more equal balance exchange where both parties feel full, feel complete, feel loved, and they don't feel depleted when they give the love because they are still full, because it's reciprocal. So I do see that happening from this tower moment, from this big shift. And maybe it's a big shift in mindset. Maybe it's a big shift, or maybe it could be also a big literal like physical shift, like something happened to where it felt like all your foundations are crumbling, like everything you once thought is no longer, like this old foundation didn't work. This building doesn't work for you anymore. It's now an abandoned asylum and there's no need for that anymore. So now Spirit has come in and be like, nope, we're going to build something beautiful. We're going to build something out of love, and we're going to start from this cup, because the Ace of Cups is the first card of the cup suit, following by the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is definitely that, like, moving forward, taking action from love, offering a cup of love. And also, it's like bringing love into the situation, bringing love into this new experience. Because the knights are usually action-oriented. They're very, they take charge, they lead, knights are the ones that go into battle. So the knights in the cup sense is like bringing emotion, carrying forward the mission of emotion. The mission of emotion. I'm rhyming a lot today. It's great. And then finally, closing with the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is a very victorious energy. I mean, look at her earring. I just noticed that too. The earring has a giant V for her earring. So that, I mean, Virgo energy may be represented here. I mean, the Six of Wands is fire, is associated with the fire element. So fire energy, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. But I'm seeing like boss energy. Like the wreath here often represents like celebration, like in the deck that I use for the fire sign energy forecast is like her on a stage and she's, like very proud. There's like the crowd goes wild type of, that's the kind of energy I'm feeling. So I feel like that's what is coming for you, earth signs. I do feel like there's definitely a positive change that is happening. And it may feel like you're not, because the Three of Pentacles was in reverse, that came out first, in reverse, and is the only card that came out in reverse. I definitely feel like maybe you've been on a pretty, like a lone wolf type of a journey, because the Three of Pentacles is about teamwork, and in reverse, I kind of see it as more of what's the opposite of having a team is kind of like one, so a team of one maybe. And maybe it's like a group project and, you had to take out on the weight. And so you're just working in like, I just feel like it's more singular instead of a team. It's just one person. But I definitely see some really positive change coming in if you allow it to come in. If you open, you know, as much as the offer is there, you have to reach out and grab it. You have to take it. See, this night, she has her offer up, but you have to go and grab it, right? And so it definitely implies like that there are good things coming your way. You just have to be open to it. And that's what I'm saying. I'm also seeing this tower as, and it's also interesting because I'm kind of seeing this in correlation with the fire sign spread where 6 cards came out and I broke it up like this. So there's a spread here and then there's a spread here and then the total of the spread. So I read the total first because it made sense. But this could also apply to, you know, you could be in this situation as well where maybe this is a collaborative environment that no longer serves you, or there's something that and I also feel like maybe Spirit is asking you to work with Spirit, co-create with the universe, work with the universe, have a harmonious balance with the universe instead of working against the universe. Allow the flow to flow back and forth, not just to one direction, because, you know, the universe doesn't give unless you're giving too. They give and take the equal amount of energy that you put in. So, and I feel like because maybe the energy of teamwork wasn't reciprocated, that may have caused like this tower kind of an energy, whereas like, okay, this no longer is working, like I can't just, you know, I need to figure something out. So this foundation of singularity, of, you know, not working as a team, not co-creating, doesn't serve me anymore. And so there's like that balance of the tower falling in order to bring peace, in order to bring harmony in a team environment and bring more teamwork. Because this is one singular tower, a lonesome tower. And so now it's like you can bring love into the situation and build something new, build something collaborative, build something with the universe, build something as a team rather than by yourself. And then this side is like, this is definitely like a success in like some sort of love offer, or at least even if it's a cup of self-love, like I definitely see a victorious energy if you're working really hard on your self-healing and, you know, on your journey of self-love. I definitely see this as a victorious energy there. But let's look into your oracle cards. Okay, that's kind of all that I was seeing, but definitely the first message I get was the most prominent, where all of this ties in together. Because in the fire sign reading, the 2 separate spreads were more prominent, and the combining of the spreads was less prominent. This is the opposite, where the combination of the 2 spreads made more sense than by itself. So teamwork, right? But let's see what Spirit's advice for earth signs for the incoming week is. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. So we're gonna just take this one because out of all the cards. Okay. Yeah, actually, yeah, I was like looking at these and we're just gonna take them. So we have you and your loved ones are safe, new moon in Cancer. We are also in Pisces season, which is more watery energy. So, you know, I feel like too, maybe this foundation once, you know, carried the weight of, you know, your environment, your kind of maybe your family or the people that you find close. And it's like, okay, this worked for now, but it's no longer working and people are having to jump ship. But don't take this part. Just once you build that foundation, this is more like an energetic jumping off ship. Once it's rebuilt, the people that you love are still safe and will come back and will support you throughout your journey. But we also have new moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. And then we have show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. So a lot of new moon energy, and then this full moon in Aquarius. I feel like, yeah, this is like a time to start over. Really, I'm getting like heavy on the tower, like this foundation doesn't work anymore, whatever, you know, however you built this tower, it doesn't serve you now. It served its purpose at one point in time, yes, of course, and we're always going to appreciate the time that it served us. But if it's doing much more harm than good, and if it requires divine intervention to come in and shake things up, it's an opportunity for you to start from a new place. And maybe this tower, I'm getting like a survivalist tower. Like, this was built from the ego. It wasn't built from love. It was built from a place of surviving. Like, I just needed this tower. I need to build, build, build. It's like building these walls. And you see how sharp all this is underneath? It's like a very intimidating tower by itself. It's not the most warm and welcoming. And so at this point in your life journey, you know, Spirit's like, hey, it's time to start over. It's time to, you've learned so much from being in this tower, and it doesn't serve you anymore. We can start fresh. We can start from a place of love and nurturing and compassion and understanding. And it's time to give rather than take. And it's time to give into you. Time to give into, time to give into love. Time to give into a journey of starting a new foundation from the foundations of love, not survival. There's that. Let's look into this oracle deck for another message. So definitely a lot of like new cycle. I'm getting like new cycle over and over. Even with this like new moon, full moon, it's like a completion. And once the full moon cycle ends, the new moon cycle appears, right? So definitely getting a lot of that. But what's another message Spirit has for Earth signs for this incoming week? Oh, there's that. That one flew out and did like a couple backflips. Excuse me. This one says calmness. Oh, I love that. It's a little hummingbird. That's cute. But this says the inner divine is... I'm sorry. I lost like my breath. It says the inner divine is the witness of all, remaining still and quiet even during intense turbulence. So take a deep breath and then say, quiet my mind, dear Lord. May your peaceful calm take me over. And it's very interesting because the Tower moment is it's pretty intense. It's like intense turbulence, right? But having the calm and, recognizing that you and the people around you are safe during this time. I definitely feel this is more of an energetic tower moment instead of a literal tower moment. And when I see the hummingbird, there is an oracle deck that I have called Spirit of the Animal Oracle. And the hummingbird talks about being in the present. And a lot of this fear from the tower moment can come from what happens next. Now, like, what do I do next? And seeing the future and like seeing how it's like kind of for seeing the worst possible outcome rather than seeing things in the present moment. And this hummingbird is I'm definitely getting heavy hummingbird energy of, being present, being in the now. Being in the now can help you build this new foundation. If you look into the future, you can't build now, right? So, and it's interesting because I said, oh, I like lost my breath for a second. It's like, so take a deep breath, quiet the mind, and say, dear Lord, may your peaceful calm take over. And you can replace Lord with the universe, spirit, higher self, guides, angels, whatever resonates with you. I don't judge. So up to you. You can keep Lord as well. Lord is great. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing there. Having, I'm getting that one line from Hamilton, and he's like, in the eye of the hurricane, there is quiet. So in the eye of the hurricane, it's like surprisingly still. And it's like, allow yourself to just be in that calm place with everything going on. And that'll help you throughout this week. And that'll help you see things, clearly and recognize that this tower's got to go so you can build fresh. So So let's look at a final oracle card. I just bought this deck, so I wanted to incorporate these in the energy forecast moving forward, but this is the Sacred Self-Care Oracle. So let's take a look. I bought this one off of Etsy, so I don't think this is the actual, like the original version. I think this is like reprinted, but I love the size and it's really cute, but I am going to link the original in the bottom. Ooh, 6 build strength. Love that. And I love how it's like in the 6 of Wands. So number 6 can be, it's also really interesting too, because I think the number 6 was also really a strong number in the fire sign energy forecast. So building your strength, building your strength through all, like with the calmness and working through this tower energy in order to start fresh. You got to start fresh with like with this built strength. This tower didn't crumble, and this tower isn't crumbling, and all of the experiences that came with it they don't just disappear. Those experiences are still with you, and they're giving you strength to move forward and to build, to use what you learned from this tower experience, from all the things that happened in this tower. Like taking what you learned and applying it to the new foundation. What did work? What didn't work? You know, things like that. And it's just building up your strength. And that's beautiful. I love that. And I love that it's like the third eye here. So seeing things from your mind's eye and not from your projected perspective of things is what I'm getting. Because with the tower moment, it could be like, oh my God, everything's done for. It's like everything sucks now. It's awful, this and that. And I'm definitely not, I'm getting more of, there's so many moving pieces behind the scenes. And if you can allow yourself to stay quiet and quiet the mind, you can see a lot more clearer. Yeah, so that's what I have for the tarot and oracle portion, the card portion of this reading. Let's look into your charms for the incoming energy for the week. I am going to still use the wheel, the diagram here. So let's look at incoming energy for earth signs for this incoming week. I shuffled this pretty heavily, but okay. Okay, so quite a bit came out. Oh, more Cancer energy, so that's interesting. But it came out like this, so it's like imaginative. Allow yourself to imagine a new beginning. We have this charm of hello, which to me symbolizes like a new beginning. You're meeting something for the first time, especially for it being in the section of money. Maybe you're seeing new opportunities. That's crazy. 2 of the same flower charms came out. So it's like something's blossoming in the friends and love section here this incoming week. There's also something with destiny, so 5890. And I feel like this tower moment was part of the destiny, part of like, it was unavoidable. It was gonna happen one way or another. And it's only for your highest good. Like this was necessary. This was like, Spirit was like, yeah, this had to happen, or else you wouldn't have budged, or you wouldn't have moved. You wouldn't have learned from these experiences to move forward. And the numbers on the bottom are 5, 8, 9, and 0. And if you put, I guess if you reduce it down, 9 plus 5 is 14, plus 8 is 13, so like 23? I don't know, 5? So, please, I can't. If we reduce it all the way down, it reduces down to 4, actually. So 4, also the building, it was your destiny to rebuild a new foundation, because I'm seeing number 4 as like the 4 pillars of a house, also the 4 of Wands, which is like foundation, and it was part of your destiny to recreate a new foundation from a foundation of love rather than survival. Like I said, this tower moment wasn't built from love. It was built out of necessity. And out of like the need to survive. And there is this found charm here, which it was like in the this home section. Maybe you're finding, you know, a place called home, somewhere to home, finding a new home, finding a place that feels like home. And it's funny because these two charms are like from the similar same like pack, and I'm getting that song like, hello, is it me you're looking for? Because they're fine. Okay. Also simplify. This charm is simplify with the numbers 7, 5, 2, and 6, which reduces down to 2 because they all add up to 20, which is 2. So with this being in the work segment, I definitely see this as finding ways to simplify your workload. You know, there's, and I think I mentioned this in, I don't know, one of the other readings. So I think it was the air sign reading. To simplify your life, to allow yourself to simplify the things that can be simplified. Of course, there's a lot of, you know, very complex situations, but wherever you can add simplicity into your life, I feel like it would take a lot of heavy weight from the load. Because I did mention when I saw this charm the first time was, you know, there's a lot of need, especially in this day and age, to keep going and have such a very complex, colorful life. And there's nothing wrong with that either. But if it doesn't align with you, and if you want, what you want is something more simple, then doing things that simplify your life so it fits you is what's important, right? Sometimes us as a society, we feel left out because everyone is building businesses. Everyone is such an entrepreneur now. Everyone has 10, 20 different things going on. And maybe that doesn't align with you. Maybe it aligns with those people, and that's great, you know? But your life is your own. And you got to make it work for you. So, yeah. Also, see, imaginative. Imagine, I'm getting work smarter, not harder. Like, find ways to simplify. And I feel like with this key here too, it's like the key, you have the keys to make this work, to make this happen. And this is like in the travel and workplace, so I'm like working on yourself. You will find the keys to unlock parts of yourself that maybe were tucked away for a long time. We have the letter N here. We have the letter B or P, or no, it's B. B on here. And then we have these two, which is the number 9. See, and in reverse, it could also be a 6, so 666, which I mentioned in the fire sign reading. It's not like the devil's number. It's more just, I feel like it's actually a very powerful number because it's doubling the 333. Threes is like symbolizing mind, body, spirit, the Holy Trinity, like very powerful. 3 is a very powerful number. 3s also is a triangle, right? And a triangle is the most strongest shape, I think, right? It's the most like structurally sound shape. I think that's what I'm getting. And I feel like, you know, incorporating that energy into your week can help. And especially with this being in the self and the journey section of this board, I definitely see this as being, you know, bringing, also this being the 9, it's all about the self. 9s typically are represented of like the end, like it's getting close to the end of the cycle, but I'm seeing it more as like the 9 of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles. Then it's like definitely more focused on the self, your self-abundance, your self-love, your self-fulfillment, things like that. So finding more things that bring self-fulfillment on your journey will help. Also the number 23 in the self too, so maybe in 23 days. Also maybe the 23rd, something will happen on the 23rd of this week. Also if you reduce it reduces to the number 5. So 5 is also like 5 can also be like the number of drastic change. So yeah, that's what I see. I don't think I have anything else. Yeah, that's all I have for you. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this here. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. If you did, please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. If this reading resonated with you, let me know in the comments what you think. I am going to be postponing the energy check-ins for now. I do want to make sure I have enough bandwidth to do more like fun readings, like pick a card. I mean, they're all fun, but I want to do more diverse readings moving forward, at least until like my channel picks up. Because every reading I do does take it. One, it takes time, it takes energy. It also takes bandwidth, like literal data bandwidth, and I didn't realize that until I got those notifications that I was like 75% at capacity for my data. And yeah, so I gotta pay attention to that. So I'm really sorry if that's what you look forward to. I will bring those back in the future, but I do want to have enough room to create more and to be more creative with my readings and to bring something more fun here. I mean, they're all going to be readings that'll help on your journey, on your self-healing, on your spiritual journey. But yeah, I definitely want to bring more variety into this picture. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this here. I hope you guys have a really great week. It looks very promising this week if you let it. Again, you don't have to listen to me. You don't have to, it's all up to you. But yeah, I hope you all take care. I hope you're all safe. And I do hope that you all come back to see me in another reading. Okay? Take care, Earth signs. Bye.